Holiday season. Episode 2 back again. Another question. We do not want to waste your time. We here to really make the use out of the end of the year. This time, really see, okay, how can we use it for growth? So jumping right in, question number 2 we reflected on is, how do you look for the motivation again if your year didn't pan out how you worked for? Zuri, talk to me.
You got to get mad. The more I sat on this question, the only thing I could think about is you have to get almost pissed at yourself because it's you, right? You're the reason why your goals did not pan out in that year, right? So before you write that list, before you write in that journal, before you just condemn yourself, get mad, get angry, and ask yourself why, what happened, right? What mental space were you in on the reason maybe why you did not meet those goals? Who were you with, right? What did you do? Did you do something too much or too little? But you have to get mad. You have to get angry. And I'm saying that from personal experience. I remember years where I would do these vision boards in January 1st. I'm doing vision boards and I'm cutting out magazines and I'm writing down in journals of what I want my life to be. And everything just looks so nice and it's all calculated. And by the 6th month in June or July, I realized that I'm not even a third of done of what I've written down, or I'm looking at my vision board and it's all stepped on in the corner, right? And every time I didn't get mad, I started to settle that was okay, that I still had 6 months left. No, but what about those first 6 months, right? You made a plan, right? But when I started to get angry and when I started to get almost really disgusted with myself, that I didn't even hit a third of those plans in the first 6 months, things started to change. My mindset started to change. My energy, the cadence of how I went after those goals and those second, pair of that year changed. So again, you got to get angry. That's the only way. You have to get angry at yourself, look in the mirror and just get angry and see how you can change it for yourself.
And I'm going to piggyback Zuri off of Zuri. Once you get angry, you got to have resolve. Because I did the same thing. I got angry and I looked at myself in the mirror and said, I will not fold. My mom was talking to me the other day, like, because I put all this investment into Lagoon Naturals, her body butter brand and everything, and it being a family business. And she's like, all right, Thanksgiving, what if we don't make these sales? What if, and I look at her and like, we are still going to be doing this time next year. No matter how many sales come in or don't come in, we're going to pivot everywhere we have to. We're going to proceed everywhere we have to. But this is going to be something that we own. It's retire mama season. And after I got mad at myself for not doing everything I could do, then it was resolved. I had to say it out loud to her. Like, that confidence mattered, that we are going to find a way. We're going to make it happen. Absolutely. And that resolve is so important. To say everything I do now, just because it didn't happen this year doesn't make it a failure. Nah. At the very least, Kamau said that before too. It's going to build momentum into next year. It's different when you walk in January 1st, you got 2-3 weeks of momentum. Like, I'm already in mode.
Come on now.
So I'm looking at it. There is no failure. If I haven't won yet, if we haven't won yet, we're not done. And the last thing I'll close out my piece with is Bruce Lee. I say this quote to me all the time, to myself. He said, a goal is not always meant to be reached. It simply serves as something to aim at. Succeed or fail, you're in the right direction. Zuri talked about it earlier, alignment. I refuse to not get there. I refuse to not have my mom get there. So get mad and then show resolve. That's me.
What I would add on top of that, for me, is accountability. Because I've gone through the cycles of frustration. I've gone through the cycles of determination. But if I don't set up the right system in place to keep me accountable throughout the year, to keep me accountable, when I'm busy, like, life happens, and I think looking back, it's really easy to kick yourself because you're not where you thought you were going to be. But you're not also remembering all the stuff that life threw at you at that moment. You might have your plate just might have been so full. You might have got sick. Something might have happened with your family. Like, there's all kind of stuff that life throws at you. And it's important to have that foresight to set up an accountability system in place. For me, you know, whether any kind of endeavor that I want to do, I've had to lean into partnerships because I can't count on myself to get it done. This podcast, like I've wanted to launch a podcast before I met, you know, these two people. I couldn't get it done by myself. I've wanted to launch a business, you know, for a long time, but I needed accountability. I needed somebody to do it with me, not in the sense that like I need a hand holder, but I just need somebody that I can check in with a regular basis who is equally invested to me making my goal happen. And that's an important aspect of just moving forward. You know, motivation is going to dip because it's for me, I think it's an emotion. You know, I feel motivated sometimes and I don't. Discipline is an important a part of this, but you know, when your willpower gets low, when life is coming at you at 100 miles per hour, having an accountability in place, you know, really helps you keep going. Keep going until you can get to where you need to get to, and you got enough momentum to ride it for a while. But you know, as you're building, take this frustration, take this resolve, and get yourself some accountability as well.
Well, I couldn't have closed it out any better. So I'm just going to repeat what Kamau said. Take that frustration, get angry, like Zuri said, have some resolve. I'm not going to fold, and then get some accountability. And we're going to see you on the next episode. And on the way there, may every pivot you have be followed by a proceed. And don't forget, we love y'all. Till next time.
Peace.